So this looks lovely on you. I can see the structure in your face. Your eyes look warm. Your skin looks super clear and bright.
Yeah.
So today is super exciting because I am collabing with another content creator, Lauren. She's at the Cat's PJs here on Instagram, and yeah, we're gonna get together, do an in-home color analysis session, really get down to exactly what her perfect color palette is. It's gonna be so exciting, so fun. And yeah, if you want to book your own in-home color analysis session or even a virtual session, it's in my bio or in the description. So let's get to it. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm here with Lauren today. Hi Lauren.
Hello.
You want to say a few words about your content or who you are?
Sure. I am Lauren Schaub Katz. I live in Old Town Alexandria, born and bred in Alexandria. I do content creation and Instagram as a kind of a side thing, but I've always liked having a creative outlet. So I share a lot of local things and fashion, beauty, that kind of thing.
Amazing, amazing. So happy to be here, and you can definitely follow Lauren over at
the Cat's PJs.
The Cat's PJs, yes. Okay, lots of fun content over there. And yeah, we're just going to get started with her color analysis here. So first we are draping her all in white to really isolate the skin and make sure we can really see the reactions that you're having with the colors.
Okay. What if you're like tanner in the summer? Does that matter with your colors?
It doesn't change because it's based off of your skin's undertone. So we all have an overtone, right? Okay. Like even though I have like brown skin, like I have a cool undertone, which is different from the warmer overlay. So, you know, like when you're doing makeup or like, you know, concealer, foundation, the cool, warm, neutral thing, that's where that kind of comes into play. So the first section is going to be comparing those cool versus warm colors, really figuring out, do you have those golden yellow undertones or blue-based pinky undertones?
Okay. Can you tell by just looking at me already?
I can tell, but it's better to really go through the whole process. I don't like to guess. That's like unprofessional of me, but
I'm just wondering. It's interesting.
Yeah, I was looking at your Instagram and I was like, where's she gonna fall in the spectrum?
Like, you just see people on the street and you're like, oh, I know.
I definitely do. Some people are more obvious cases too, and others are like harder to figure out. So we'll have to see. So in this first comparison, we have this cool blue-based pink. Mm-hmm. Again, those cooler undertones, and then we have a warm tomato red that's going to be more golden. Let's see. And what kind of colors do you usually gravitate towards?
I feel like I wear a lot of black.
Okay.
Like not bright colors, definitely like more muted colors.
Gotcha.
Except maybe in like the summer, I feel like I wear some color, but mostly like muted.
Okay.
Like.
Again, we're kind of looking at not the color. Mm-hmm. We're not thinking about whether we like the color or not. Really focusing on your skin, underneath your eyes. Mm-hmm. Do your lips look full and colorful, or do they look paled out? Mm-hmm. Do you look washed out? That kind of thing. All right. So cool pink. Warm red.
Can you tell her? Is it one? Wait, is it going to be one of these?
So we're looking for which one of the two is, working with your skin better. We're looking for brightness. We're looking for evenness in the skin. And we're also looking for a harmony between you and the color. Let's see that again. And you don't have to know the answer. I'll fill you in.
I mean, I would always think the red, but I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think?
Let's see. Red. Okay, so immediately I saw your lips kind of paled out.
With this?
With that one, and became a little more like purpley instead of like a vibrant color. So
yeah, I would never go for pink in clothes for some reason.
Okay, so that's a good indicator. So I'm seeing definitely glowing skin. You have like a bit of a sun-kissed aspect happening here, which is good when you're working with those warm colors.
Yeah. You need to see it on camera. It's like easier to see it on camera. I feel like.
Yeah, so I think you paled out a little bit. It's like it's a little more flat.
Yeah.
And your under eye, not that you don't really have circles, but the shadowing is more apparent here, especially under that right eye.
Yeah. Huh.
one point towards the warm. So similar comparison here. We have another cool baby pink, but these colors are a little lighter, less saturated, and then a kind of apricot peachy color with more warm undertones. So cool pink. That's nice.
Yeah, I feel like this one's better.
Yeah, for sure. Like you have this warm glow, and it doesn't look like sallowed or yellowed. Like sometimes if you're in a warm color when you shouldn't be, you'll look like kind of sickly. And I'm not getting that effect from you at all. You just look nice and warm and glowy. It's really pretty on you.
Yeah.
It's a nice lighter color option.
Yeah. I might wear like this in the summer.
Mm-hmm. And this is a really hard color to pull off, actually.
Yeah.
So that's
tan.
A huge indicator.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever wear this.
Yeah, and even the definition under your chin just got totally like blown out. Like it's way too, it's too bright. Like you've lost the structure in your face, which can actually happen quite a bit.
I think I've only ever worn baby pink if it was like a bridesmaid dress or something.
Like not on purpose.
Yeah, not by choice.
Yeah, you see the structure in your chin is definitely back. So pretty. So we have a chocolate brown here. This is going to be a little bit difficult, right? Because everyone loves black. We say it's slimming. We say it's easiest to wear, but a lot of the times black is super harsh.
Yeah.
And it's really not for everyone. Black is only in the winter color palette. It's not a part of any other palette. So let's see a nice chocolate brown here. It's really nice.
So this lighting's way better.
All right.
Yeah. See, and I would like never, I stray away from brown because I have brown hair, and I always was like, oh, if I wear like a brown shirt, it like blends in with my hair kind of.
Right, right. I mean, there's so many different types of browns and like different undertones. So like we'll see a few more in a bit, but once you get the sense of exactly what type of brown works for you, it becomes a little bit easier. I do the same thing. Like I don't want to blend in with the brown, so I have to like choose the right one. Yeah. So this looks lovely on you. I can see the structure in your face. Your eyes look warm. Your skin looks super clear and bright.
Yeah. Now I also look like a nun or something right now. So
see, now it's like it's just a little harsh. Yeah. And I was saying earlier how we're looking for harmony between you and the color. You're totally disconnected. Yeah. From this, like all I'm seeing is the black, and it's not really adding anything to you. Yeah. And the great thing about having your colors done, it's like the colors will do more work for you. So I've had a lot of clients say like, oh, I don't have to wear as much makeup when I'm in my color palette because like I just look better naturally. Yeah. I'm seeing that shadowing. Yeah. Yeah. Under the eye there. Yeah. That's lovely. You're so much more bright. Yeah. So as a neutral,
I don't even know if I have any brown clothes.
Most people don't wear a lot of brown. Yeah. So you're definitely warm. You're definitely a warm undertone girl. Yeah. This looks really nice on you. Metals. Yeah. Versus this. Yeah. That's totally. Yeah. Yeah, you look a little grayed out.
Yeah, I do look kind of gray. Okay, good, because I have a lot of silver. I mean, gold.
Oh, okay, gold. Perfect. Yeah, you're on track. Then rose gold is kind of a nice in between. Yeah. If that's something you like. But I definitely think the gold is where it's at. Looking very warm, bright. Versus this, you're definitely more washed out. Yeah, your eyes are just like sparkling so nicely with that. So as you can see here, we just tested cool versus warm. And you're definitely on, this side of the spectrum. So spring or autumn. Going forward, we're going to kind of toss out those winter and summer colors because we know you're not cool undertone. And we know those colors are not going to be great for you. Right. So now we're going to figure out whether you're on the lower intensity or higher intensity between spring and autumn. Okay. Forest green, deep autumn versus a warm spring Kelly green, way brighter, way more intense. What do you think about these two colors? Like, which one would you?
Which one do I think is going to look better? Which one would I normally lean towards?
Which one would you normally
the darker one?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think this is really pretty.
Yeah, I don't think I have much in this, but I would pick this over the brighter one.
And if you ever want to go for like a different type of suit option, like these types of neutrals, but that are also not like black or brown, are really like fun and exciting. It's very overpowering.
It just is like very St. Patrick's Day to me. I don't know. I know that's not what we're talking about, but
like clownish.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, if you were more in harmony with this color, it wouldn't feel clownish on you.
True.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree. I think the deeper color makes a lot more sense for you. Like when I'm looking at this as a background on you, all I see is the green.
Yeah.
And the goal is not for someone to be like, oh my God, I love that green dress. It's supposed to be, you look amazing in what you're wearing, right? Okay. So we want you to be the focal point.
Yeah. This one's like more calming or something.
Yeah, much better. This is a soft autumn olive green. Also really pretty. This one may be a little too muted for you. So the soft autumn season is like the softest of all of them. Like it's not super saturated. It's not very deep. Usually someone with less contrast between their features, like if your hair was slightly lighter or more ashy, that might look a little bit better, but you have these high contrasts between your skin and your hair. So you need a little bit more depth and saturation to really support you. Okay.
I think you're right.
It's not bad at all. Like I definitely think this is a great color on you. Your features are sparkling. You look even and clear, but it's not quite saturated enough. And like obviously, I'm being super picky because I have to be. But in your day-to-day life, you know, these are just tools to help you.
Okay. Cool.
Super pretty. Okay. So we have another softer autumn color, kind of like a khaki goldish type of shade, and then the chocolate brown that we saw earlier, that is a deep autumn color. It's kind of flat.
Yeah.
It's definitely taking away from you just a bit. Soft autumn.
I think the only time I've worn that is like in a camel like colored like sweater or something, like the fall or winter, you know.
Deep autumn. This is much better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The contrast is great. It's supporting you. Okay.
I never picked that color.
Yeah, a little flat.
I also just makes, I feel like it makes me look pale. Paler than I already am. I mean, I am pale, but
exactly. Okay. See how that's a little bit better? Yeah, and this may not be something you would gravitate towards, but I'm just trying to, you know, show the difference of the saturation and how that can play a huge factor. Warm autumn.
So probably this one, right?
Yeah, this one's better, but I still like the deep autumn better. And so when we say like soft autumn or deep autumn, the soft and the deep are the primary characteristics. So this is a warm autumn, meaning that like, you know, you're warm. That is the main feature about you. Like you're super golden, super yellow. I'm not really seeing that with you. I think the depth of your features is really the main characteristic because you have that high contrast. Your darker hair, your darker eyebrows. That is feeling like the standout feature for you. So we know that you are a warm undertone. What we've kind of figured out now is that you don't really fall in the bright category. You definitely fall more in the deeper category as well. So this is the autumn, like a warm autumn. Looks amazing. Super in harmony, especially all these darker colors up here versus that looks crazy. This is much better. Perfect. So now the final little test here. We know you're in autumn, but like we talked about, there's these sub-seasons. We're thinking deep. So with the sub-seasons, if you're a deep autumn, deep being your primary characteristic, then your sister season would be deep winter. So we're going to test a few of those colors out to see if that tracks, and if, it's basically a proof test to see if this is accurate. You could also be a warm autumn, and if that's the case, then warm spring would be your sister season, like those super saturated warm colors. Those colors are definitely bright and definitely intense.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to kind of test those out and see where you fall, which one is looking better. But this is like the season that I'm thinking you're in, and the palette. This looks delicious on you. This Merlot.
Yeah.
That is stunning. So these are lovely on you. I love this.
Yeah.
I think this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But let's test out your potential sister season. So these are the warm spring options. Like I talked about, your potential sister season if you were a warm autumn. And then these are the deep winter options if you were a deep autumn. So this is deep winter.
Okay.
Loving the deep colors on you. I don't think it's bad. I just think the warmer tones are obviously like your home season. Black, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Honestly, your reaction to black is not nearly as bad as I've seen for a lot of people. Like, I think it's something you definitely can pull off, especially when we're wearing more makeup.
Yeah.
That kind of raises the intensity. This is nice too.
Yeah. I feel like my mom told me, like, back in the day that I looked good in purple.
Eggplant.
Yeah.
It's nice. Not bad. Not bad. So let's see the other one. Again, if you were a warm autumn, warm spring would be your sister season. And this is the warm spring palette. This coral. Chartreuse.
Yeah. I don't think I'd wear that color anyways, but
yeah. It's just very separate from you. Too intense. Marigold. Warm spring. Yeah. I mean, again, these are actually within your undertone, but they are very overpowering for you. This one I don't hate. I think if it was toned down just a little bit, it would be better. Or if it was more of a mustard, like that would be more of an autumn color. But this
especially if like my hair was down, I feel like.
But we want to see what's going on with your face right here. Which of these feel more in harmony with you?
I mean, I would think this.
Yeah. This is just more similar to your features, the depth and contrast that you have, whereas this is just very overpowering. Yeah. So our test proved us right. You are definitely a deep autumn with the sister season of deep winter. Do you want to show the palette?
Yes.
Okay, so she's definitely an autumn, the deep autumn subseason. And I was looking at your Instagram, and I saw a lot of oranges and olives and like fall colors. So I was like, she's got it down. So based off of our calculations and tests, we figured out that blue-based cool colors were not for you. Kind of brings out some discoloration in the face. It's not really helping you glow like you should. So you can't be a summer. It's also way too light. Now, winter, it's deeper, which definitely makes sense for your high contrast features. But again, like the cool undertones are not doing anything for you. Spring, definitely within your correct warm undertones, but some of these colors are just too bright, way too overpowering, and we kind of lost you in the shuffle. Discovered autumn. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Everything's in harmony. The browns are nice and deep, and you have a lot of different colors to choose from. These forest greens are lovely, oranges.
Yeah.
Your eyes
this
are
was kind of the color
lovely.
of the dress in my Instagram. Yeah. Or close, actually.
Yeah. So you're totally on track. Love it.
Cool.